Cloning of radio transmitters. After associating a radio transmitter to a motor, it is possible to clone it on other radio transmitters of the same type or of a different type, so that all the radio transmitters can operate the same rolling shutter. It is essential that the radio transmitters are Stafer branded and have the same frequency. Cloning is very simple. Just stand in front of the rolling shutter with the associated radio transmitter already working, select the corresponding channel if necessary, move it to an intermediate position and briefly press the prog button on the back of the radio transmitter. The rolling shutter makes two small upward movements. Now take the new radio transmitter with the empty memory and press stop or up. The rolling shutter makes two small movements, and from now on both radio transmitters will operate it. Of course, it is also possible to clone a model 595TX100 radio transmitter that has already been memorized by pressing the hidden prog button on its back, and after the rolling shutter has made one movement, by pressing the stop or up button on any other radio transmitter. You can also delete one of the cloned radio transmitters. Simply carry out the same cloning procedure, pressing up after the two movements. The previously working radio transmitter will be deleted. Cloning between a wide variety of Stafer radio devices is possible. Replacement of a radio transmitter that is no longer functioning. If you need to replace a radio transmitter that is no longer functioning with a new one that you have just purchased, you can proceed in different ways depending on the situation at hand. The first option, which is also the simplest and the quickest, can only be implemented if the motor is also controlled by a wall-mounted push-button switch. If, however, there is no button, an electrician must be called in and a temporary button must be installed as shown in the wiring diagram. Then, in both cases, proceed as follows. Move the shutter to an intermediate position. Switch off the power supply for a few seconds and then switch it back on again. Within 15 seconds, briefly and quickly press the button 3 times up and 3 times down. The motor makes a short up-down movement. Within 15 seconds, briefly press the button 1 time up and 1 time down. Wait for about 10 seconds. The motor makes a double movement. Now press the stop or up button on the new radio transmitter. The motor confirms the memorization with a double upward movement. All the settings previously memorized on the motor remain unchanged. Finished. If there are difficulties in installing a button, then it is necessary to reset the motor as described previously and proceed with the initial memorizing of the new radio transmitter.